The next story I find interesting because it's about Wolfgang Bernhard, and I like that guy. You know, I like him because the first auto show I ever went to as like an automotive journalist was the 2003 North American International Auto Show, and I was at the Dodge press conference, and I'm like standing there way in the back, like I totally didn't realize that you have to arrive like 2 hours early for a press conference. Nobody told me, and so I'm standing like way far back, and there's like a giant crate next to me, and like it opens, and they roll out the Tomahawk, which was the Viper V10 motorcycle,
pseudo motorcycle thing, yeah,
right? And this German model, or who I thought he was, hops on this bike, turns it on, and I almost go deaf instantly, and drives it on stage, and it's Wolfgang Bernhard, and I'm like, that guy totally doesn't look like a CEO. And anyway, so that's my like tiny, very small, slim thread of a connection with Wolfgang Bernhard. So I just follow what he's doing. But anyway, he reportedly is very, very, very much back at Chrysler. After Chrysler was sold to Cerberus Management Corp., that company had hired Wolfgang on as an advisor, basically. But so we all thought, okay, so he's just hanging around, telling Cerberus, that's good, that's bad, stuff like that. Actually, he's reportedly shopping for a home for his family in Detroit. He has an office on the executive floor or area of the Auburn Hills headquarters of Chrysler. He's sat in on every single meeting, supposedly, reportedly, that's happened since the sale was announced and they were working on it. And word is that he is, has his hands in the thing. Word is he was walking around the design center, pointing out, what he liked and didn't like.
Wow.
So the question is, everyone was saying Tom Lasorda, the current CEO, his job is fine. He's going to make the turnaround happen, and it's fine. And I was all okay to believe that. And that's fine, because Tom Lasorda seems like a very nice guy, and he has a good reputation in the production world, because he came from running one of the plants. But the rumor is that Wolfgang is there because he's basically waiting for his, non-compete clause to run out that he has with Volkswagen, because he used to be the head of Volkswagen, and he was either fired or it was a mutual split.
It sounds like it was, just mutual in terms of running a press release. I mean,
yeah.
Come on, I mean, there was, that wasn't the most mutual sounding thing.
Right. Which makes it sound, if it's not mutual, that the non-compete clause, people think it's still in effect, and that's why they're calling Wolfgang. That's why they're calling Wolfgang an advisor. But even though the report we did the post on was saying that, he and Tom Lasorda are friends and they're working together, and Tom Lasorda is saying, it's great to have this, his experience around and his talent. Word is that he's running the show already, and they just can't say he is because of this non-compete clause. But word is he is orchestrating Chrysler's turnaround right now, which I think is good for Chrysler, actually, because I don't think as soon as Dieter left, it was pretty much downhill from there. I mean, he turned it around and then went on to run Mercedes and pretty much all of Daimler Chrysler, and Chrysler took a nosedive, after he and Wolfgang left. So I think it's good for Chrysler that Wolfgang's at the helm, even if it can't be made public. Because, sorry, Tom, I don't think, it just, nothing's happened. And there's no, great product. I mean, you can't rest on the laurels of the 300 that was pretty much produced before it even got there.
So what you're saying, in short, is Bernhard is Palpatine.
Yes. He is definitely the Emperor. Yeah, he is definitely manipulating some people from behind the scenes. The last story I wanted to report on was news from Hyundai that they're taking their giant warranty, their 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and they announced that they're applying it to all certified pre-owned vehicles, their CPOVs, as people in the biz call them. Which means if you go right now to a Hyundai dealership and instead of buying a 2007 Sonata, you buy a 2006, 5, or any car up to 5 years old, and that's a CPOV, that the day you buy it, you will have a new 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty from that day.
That's impressive. Huh.
So it's possible that Hyundai will warranty some cars, that it will warranty their engines for 15 years, assuming they don't go over 100,000 miles during that time.
You think Hyundai's confident in their product?
Seriously. That's ballsy. I mean,
seriously.
It was, but it makes sense to do it now because they've obviously gone more than 5 years. I think their new car warranty that was 10 years, 100,000 miles for the powertrain, that started around 2000. So it's 2007 now. They've had those cars out for 7 years. They obviously know, if they haven't gone bankrupt yet from warranty repairs, that they were built okay.
Yeah, and keep in mind that they're now offering that warranty overseas too.
Oh, right.
I know in the UK, I think I know in the UK you can get it on Kia, and it's all the same thing, really.
Yeah. So, I think that's awesome, though. I loved it when General Motors did it for their entire line and made, what was theirs? 5 years, 100,000 miles?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I like it when these companies up their warranties because I think it's such a great way to communicate that we're confident in what we're doing. Because if we're wrong, then we'll hurt ourselves. We'll really hurt ourselves. So that's how much confidence they have in their own product that they could potentially warranty a vehicle for 15 years, the engine, which is insane. Again, assuming it's probably a grandma who only drives her Sonata to church every weekend and never goes over 100,000 miles. Nevertheless, although I wonder if the 10-year warranty, when it starts again, does it reset to 100,000 miles?
I would guess that it doesn't.
I would guess that it doesn't either, that it's 100,000 miles,
I mean, cumulative. They're not going to reset. There's no way they would reset that. That's crazy. Because mileage, there's a lot of baggage that goes with mileage. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not going to want to warranty.
Why would they do that? That would be insane
miles.
for them to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure the mileage is just sort of...
That's smart, though. We had one of the vehicles that was recently in the garage that I'm going to be writing about soon was the Hyundai Santa Fe.
Which you said is your favorite Hyundai.
Every Hyundai vehicle I review is better than the last one. I mean, it's like I review a Hyundai and I have all these nitpicks. So I didn't like this and this and this, but it's of course a great value and it's safe. And then the next one I review, 5 of those things were addressed. And I'm like, damn, these guys totally either listen to what everybody's saying and they really take it into account.
Well, they're trying to compete. They're trying to be competitive. I mean, the only thing to pay attention.
My major nitpick with the Azera was that all of the interior lighting was all different colors. There was orange, blue, green.
Merry Christmas.
Yo, it was totally. And obviously 8 different suppliers were used. I get the Santa Fe, and not only the interior materials feel really nice, the design is kind of simple but more interesting than the Sonata, where it's puts you to sleep. Well, I was, when I was reading the Motor Trend that came this month, the issue that the Cadillac CTS-V News was in, they pitted a top-of-the-line Hyundai Veracruz against a Lexus RX 400, or not 400, 330, 350. Yeah. Is it 330 or 350?
330. I think it's 330. Yeah,
330. Okay. They pitted the Hyundai Veracruz against the Lexus RX 330, and the Veracruz won. They basically said it did 98% of what the Lexus did for $10,000 less. Oh, and it had a third row seat that real adults could fit in. They said, they had so few nitpicks. I swear to God. They said, the interior was great. Actually, they said the engine was better on the Hyundai. It was quieter on the Hyundai. Wow. It was insane. You totally felt like the Twilight Zone reading this.
Meanwhile, Toyota's probably getting ready to... I mean, they've got to be getting ready to unveil a new RX, anyway. There's a new Highlander, so a new RX has to be coming.
Yeah.